Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are making Japanese style omelet, or better known as Tamagoyaki. I hope I said that right because it's my own culture. But yeah, I'll be making a simple, I think it's an omelet maybe. We'll be making a Tamagoyaki. For the recipe you would want 3 eggs and a tablespoon of sugar. Yeah, try and excuse that plastic thing that's part of the tripod that I didn't move from the tripod. And also butter to keep it from sticking to the pan. If it's your first time or a few times making this omelette, the tips I would say is don't overheat it or overcook it too much because it'll become out dry. Get your sugar. Keep it buttered as much as possible, the surface of the pan. I know I've said that a lot, but yeah. Because it's important to butter or it'll stick. And try and use a square pan if you have one, and try and keep it buttered as possible to not let the eggs stick everywhere. And butter the pan after each layer so it doesn't stick, like I'm doing right here. We gotta let it smoke before we put anything in it. The butter, and then transfer it into a low medium heat, what I got from the expert. When you have your first layer down, lift the pan while mixing it with your other hand like this, and then make it cover each surface of the pan, but not on the sides, just on the bottom. And then transfer it to a lower heat so it can cook evenly, not just burn. And after a while it should solidify a bit so you can get your chopsticks and then start folding it like this. This is the Tamagoyaki in its true form. This is how it gets its layers, by folding it. And be cautious of handling this because it's quite delicate. It's supposed to look like this. When you're almost done with your first layer, it should look like this mostly. If you don't want your egg to be completely dried out, leave the layers a bit liquidy than you would normally, so the top is just a bit sticky and it looks like a liquid from the light. So you can keep its moisture and it'll cook through its own heat eventually. And after practicing through some makeshift eggs with the instructions that I said, after a while, or even if you're lucky, your first try, you should get the hang of it, and then you'll be a grand master at making tamagoyakis, and you can get to flex on your friends on how cultured you are now. They'll be like, hey guys, I made this Japanese style egg. You wanna see it? And then they'll be blown away by your skills. Just imagine that. And if you're cooking it and you see a corner or side that it's stuck on it, try and pick at it until it's off so you can freely move it. Don't try to damage the omelet. It's a quite fine process of trying to pick off stuck parts on the pan. And for example, if you don't unstuck those stuck parts of the egg, it will rip and lose your overall presentation of the omelette, so be careful of that. And position your chopsticks on equal thirds of the omelette so it doesn't rip. And with this whole heap of new information, I hope you're not stressing out, because it's alright, it's understandable for new people to do this. Look at that! It actually looks like one right now. It looks like a tamagoyaki. Like how my mom made it. After going through some eggs and some butter, after a while you'll start getting better naturally and going through your mistakes and getting better. I somehow repaired that. No, kind of. It has holes in it. Heat. If you have the patience and money of making this, because eggs these days are like really expensive, but if you have the patience and money, you can do it differently. It just takes a lot of practicing from my experience, but you'll make it there eventually. And this is some ASMR cutting the eggs for some reason. I don't know, I thought it would sound cool. Yes, I know the plate is there, I'll move it in a second. And after cutting them, we should tidy them up a bit so it doesn't look as loose, and put it in a pattern that you like. You don't have to copy mine, but you can make it more ergonomic looking. Or stylized, if that makes sense. So we've made the Tamagoyaki, and let's try one, worst one. It has a big gap. Can you see it? Big gap, but it still has the folds. That's a bit aside. I mean, it's just eggs with a bit of sweetness, but it's good. My mum, the one that she makes is way better, has much more character to it, because, you know, she's the skilled one, I'm not. Well, that was awesome. It was just egg, but Japanese style, so I bet it's gonna get like a lot of views, but yeah. It's good. You can kind of feel the layers of the egg. It's quite spongy and, you know, the normal Tamagoyaki what you normally see, but it's not picture perfect like the other ones, but it's my first time without like a person looking over me. Just tips from the grandmaster, that's called my mother or mom, you know. Yeah. Well, as you can tell, it is the end of the video. I really thank you for watching, and of course, love you all!